You are welcome, our viewers, to the special news brief of the Latin Patriarchate School, especially in the light of the continued strike of the private schools and the continued stubbornness of the Ministry of Education in this matter. Threads of the news. Head teacher of our high school, Saad Rahal, said that our struggle didn't fail yet, and the negotiations with the ministry are continued all the time. Along with the attendance and effective participation of the clergy and all parts of the Arab community, a mass demonstration took place in Jerusalem to demand the ministry with the budgets that have been reduced throughout the last 6 years. The school's administration calls the students' parents to a special private meeting to discuss the strike, and that in order to intensify their efforts to achieve the rightful demands of the private schools. Pupils and teachers of all the private schools are taking effective part in the protest tent was placed in front of the office of the Ministry of Education in Nazareth Elite. And now to the news in details. About a week ago, and following the failure of the negotiations with the Ministry of Education, tens of thousands participated in a massive demonstration announced by the General Secretariat of the private schools in Jerusalem during the weekly cabinet meeting. Among the participants were students, parents, and teachers, the directors of private schools in the country, and politicians who believe in the cause of the private schools. The protesters raised signs that call for equality between the private schools and all the other schools in Israel. Moreover, the protesters calls for rejecting the policy of discrimination practiced by the Ministry of Education against the private schools in the last few years. The goals of discrimination are to shut these schools and eliminate their Christian character. We have held the following interview with the administrator of the school to get more details regarding the continuation of this crisis and the prospect of an escalation of the struggle.
Yeah, the issue started for around 5 to 6 years ago. The Ministry of Israel started in a continuous way to cut the budgets of the private Christian schools in one way, and in the other way they started to increase the budgets for the Jew religious school, which in the same category of our schools. They started by, before, let's say, decades, for 10 years, we really got 70% of the budget that was given to the government school, to the, let's say, the official schools of the country. But they started to cut it till, and nowadays we are speaking about 30% of what the government or the other religious school in the Jewish sector have. In the other way, also our teachers didn't get the support from the ministry in their direction, and their also to make courses or refreshments by the Ministry of Education. Our teachers also didn't get the rights like the government teachers when they go to the pension, or when they got to the pension year, they didn't get refund of the days that didn't used for as in their work. As it is already made by the government schools. This is the three basic issues that we are negotiating now with the ministry, and we are asking to have a solution for it, because we in the office of the schools we learned the case, and we know that we can't continue without increasing these budgets to the school. I didn't agree with the expression failed. Negotiations always, when we ask for something, the other side will underestimate our expectation, and of course, when we ask for a sum of money or sum of increasing the percentage, the ministry will not come and say, okay, let's put it in your hand, and that's why we are struggling today to have our rights to the school, to get their right to increase these budgets. Now the negotiations will continue. Of course, I don't know about the negotiation, nor you, because there are a committee that negotiate the ministry, and they will not update us in every single step that they will do. The negotiation is continuing. In the other way, I see the thing with a positive way. I see a lot of creativity in the schools, a lot of thoughts, a lot of people, a very big support. In these 2 weeks, I for the first time in my life in Israel, I started to feel that I can affect the policy that the Israeli government will implement in Israel. It's like we made it clear to the Israel with the cultural way. We struggled with a very, very, very nice way, and it was, for me, it was very successful till now, and we can make more steps if the strike continues for a longer term.
Meanwhile, a massive crowd of parents and representatives of a general secretariat of the private schools attended a special meeting called by the administration of the school in order to update the parents with the course of events and the latest developments of the strike. Earlier this week, the school staff, including teachers, managers, and pupils, along with many parents, gathered in a massive crowd and took part in the protest tent placed in front of the Ministry of Education in Nazareth Elite. The pupils participated in various activities. One of the most important activities was sitting together while forming the word quality, to send a message to the Ministry of Education.
our future depends on our schools. So, if the strike doesn't end, we're gonna lose everything, like our dreams and our future. We really wanna get back to school as soon as possible. We are against these reductions because they will damage the pupils first and then the education and the number of lessons. We demand to have a budget equally to the Jewish schools. The pupils are taking very effective parts in the strike that held in the protest they tent. We are with you. We will fight to get what we want. We believe in the school staff, and we believe that the teachers will do the very best to get us back to school.
Here and so far, this news brief which reviewed the various developments of the case of the private schools in Israel. Special thanks to the crew that worked on the production of this news brief. Most important, we hope we get back to our school as soon as possible. And remember, stay peace, not pieces. Thank you.